from here, I will go into here we go. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. It is Island Raid Day 1 for October of 2023, and we're having a little bit of fun here in G4 right now. Nothing too major. We've only just gotten started with a little bit of porting around, doing some field fighting, but nothing major. Couple of flags past level 6s so far, but nothing too crazy. As of right now, there's a little bit of field fighting out here with Too Hot and RVSS hitting a couple of our guys that were reporting around. Z had to come over here and get involved with Kev. Completely understand. And more of RVSS is marching their way over from their hive to come say hello. But give me just a second to get the channel posted to World Chat and to Discord to see if anyone would be interested in watching today. I'm going to head over to Epic Battles. I'm going to create a new post. Create that post in Discord while we're watching things unfold here. Also head into the world chat. Where's the world chat? Still silly, but post that here. Post that here. See if anyone wants to watch. Now, let's open back up the chat. I apologize if I missed anybody chatting. I couldn't see the chat screen. People trying to get in their field fighting early. And good evening, Dickie Rockmod. Let's go take a look at some of the other ones. We're definitely curious about how Boone and HMB and DHX are going to do here in G1. And already off to a strong start for HMB. They took the route of cutting through the mountains to come straight to the level 8. Which is more of an advantage than Boone has. They don't have the luxury of the straight shot. As far as members, Boone has 179 to HMB's 180, so they should be able to generate cement at about the same pace, which means HMB is going to get there first. They will be able to get here. It's a matter of if they will build down to the corner fast enough before Boone gets there. Honestly, I think if HMB gets to the level 8 and surrounds it fast enough, actually, no, they're going to have to come from the top, because chances are DHX and Boone are going to be allied together. So they're going to be fighting on two fronts here, probably before the end of the night. Hopefully, we get to see that action. I'll see how long I can stay up for that. RPG building around their level 6. Mink coming down to take a level 7. I'm very curious how that's going to play out. Hot 9, Spec, and Cozy kind of settling along here at the bottom. I'm curious what all they're going to do. Who's coming? I believe Woe, Thomas, and C3 are all T6 players. Yep. Then you've got, where was the other one? Woe. Woe is either very low T6 or high T5. Poor Breakfast Waffle. He was just trying to kill zombies. That's all he was doing. Anyways, on to the next map. I'll be interested to see BTW versus AOW here. And ROK. Oh, man. Interesting path. I have not seen this used before. ROK also has 174 members. They bypassed their 6 entirely to go straight for the 7 and work their way down to the 8. I'm curious if they're going to be allied with BTW this time around. I'm not sure what's going to happen there. Here, I finally got the Discord to load my stream, so I will publish that. And we're back. But already 5 flags past their level 6, and if they had touched their 6, they would only be 5 flags past it now. However, this puts them at least a full flag closer to the 8 than they would have been otherwise. So that's an interesting choice. I'm very curious to see how that works out. AOW a little bit on the slow side, but that's primarily due to lower member count. If you don't have the members, you don't have the cement. If you don't have the cement, you can't build towers fast enough. And that's just a fact of life. You got to deal with it. That's the problem we're currently running into now, or else we would have a third one already up. But we have 119 members, and hopefully we're working on getting a few more. But until then, we will make do with what we have. On to G3. I believe G3 was going to be another interesting one to watch. LAS, 4 flags past their level 6. Ping, 3 flags past their level 6. K815, R137. A lot of solid building going on, and CSWU went the route straight to the level 7, but I don't think they're going to make it there before LAS does. They've only got a couple of members up here building with it, so how's the building speed doing? 20%, 13 minutes, not bad. They just finished building that one, and they've already teleported down to start building the next one, but they likely won't have enough cement for it. If I had to guess, no. At 117, they won't have enough. Lion is not in this one, which is kind of sad. They have members here, but they are not building anything. So, and they're slow building what they do have. So I'm kind of curious if that's a tactic or if they're just not going to participate this time around. But oh no, this is 7 alliances that are building in G3. If you remember the last island raid we had, there was 1 or 2 alliances that were building per island, and that was pretty much it. Hey Smoke Alt, good to see you again. Just going over my early stream analysis of everyone's islands. I'm going to check the top 5 first, and then I've got a few requests from the YouTube video I put out the other day. So I'll go look at those as well. Plus I like seeing what all alliances have made it up here, because DH Alliance is who you were against last Pompeii. That is correct. We were against DH. I remember that. Solid fighters, if a little bit uncoordinated in Pompeii. I think we just had more practice together. I think that was the only reason we did as well as we did. No, you're fine. You earned your spot up in G1. You can have it. Besides, y'all are building fairly well. Okay. Anyways, KQST, just their level 6. RIPX, we got 147 is building past. Hunter x Hunter is building past. Other than that, this is a fairly slow region. Oh, no, the Syndicate. I apologize if I'm just messing up the names of your alliances, but all I have to go off is this 4-letter code, so I'll just make things up as I go. If I offend anyone, let me know, but otherwise, I'm just trying to be funny. But it looks as if the Syndicate, 147A, and Hunter x Hunter are the only ones truly building for this one. Maybe GTR. But these are a lot of alliances that I don't recognize. And that's why. 221. That's why I don't recognize these. These are from way down. Doing all the way up here in G4. All the way up here in what was that, G5? Yeah, look at all these. They wanted to have a show up here in G5, so they picked 8 alliances from the lower numbers to... Sorry, the earlier regions to see what was to see how they would do. So definitely be interesting to see how these 7 alliances do against a region with better age, because here I am curious about that while I'm here. 147, do they have access? No, they don't. They don't have access to the 230-day heroes. Let's see, region 221 has access to the 90-day, but not the 110s. And if I remember correctly, heroes like Thunder and Thunder is locked at 110, so they're going to be fighting against a region that has Thunder versus a region that can't even use him if they do have him. So defense is not going to be on their side. Anyways, that being said, let's pull up my old YouTube video and see what other regions I was asked to check out. Dickie has asked me to check out G56. Let's go take a look. G56. TBB I recognize. I know I've seen them before. Yeah, that's why. They're Region 2. So they're going to have access to all the heroes that they have, but they won't have the power backing them. Ollie I've seen before. The rest of them are fairly new. BGM is building. GRMD is learning the failure of incorrect tower placement here. There's no place on the map where 2 towers can't get to your level 6. You just have to build them properly. If you don't build directly to the level 6, you will miss it. But otherwise, looks to be taking their time. Ollie has 1 flag past the level 6, and GRMD would have a flag past it. And then BGM is, with only 69 members, they still have 2 flags past their level 6. So kudos to them. We can check back in on this one a little bit later on. 4 now. Yep, still at peace. We will see how that plays out later on. I'm gonna go check out the comments on the island matchmaking video, because I did get quite a few on those. G9 region 143. Let's go take a look. Looks like a couple people in the comments are talking about having to fight each other. I love it when I can bring the community together in anticipation of beating each other up. It's always nice. So you have 143 likely AOA and 161 PHX. So they're across the map from each other, but yes, they are against each other. So shout out to ANHIO1VO and Diudiu 9562. Apologies if I mess that up. And there's another one, 154, Adrian Prebots, TFW. Let's take a look at how this region is doing. Zoom out. TFW going directly after AOA. That's going to be interesting. Instead of going for the 7, they're going straight for AOA's 6, so they'll have a fight. GBNG taking an odd route here. I don't know where they plan on going from that, but in my opinion, it's better to build off the 6 and go to the 7 unless you plan on going straight down. More doesn't look like they're going to participate. They're just building a farming space. CRB1 learned the same mistake from that the last alliance I showed you. 2 flags not making it to the level 6 and having to waste 1. They would be 3 flags past their level 6 right now if they hadn't made that mistake. Triple U building towards their 7 pretty well, and same issue here. They took 3 flags to get to the 6, but it looks as if they did so in order to create a straighter shot at the 7. PHX hasn't built past their 6 yet, actually. No, they haven't even started. And then you got, I know 1004. I've seen you before. You were in the Korean, the Chinese Korean island. Building towards the level 7 here. So this one will be uncontested for now. This one might be contested between these two. AOA is going for the 7, but TFW is building directly to them. Are they building now? Not building at the moment, but it'll be interesting to see. Okay, next one. We have... Okay, there's Dicky telling me to go to G56. G1, G2 saying couldn't be better, but I feel like we could have had a couple of the 10 billion plus alliances in G1. Okay, G12 for Project. I'll go ahead and donate that. Wait, are we building another flag? We should be building another flag by now. Relocate. I'm going to go ahead and come over here. Reinforce you with nope, 85. Okay. And let's go check out G12. Apologies. Let's see. G12 has DF39 with 3 flags past their level 6 already. MLI, 1 flag past theirs. I've seen them play well before. TBWF, 2 flags. 4 flags from REOE. This is a new one. Or at least a new name. Region 74. This isn't one I've seen pop up before. So, 161 members, 4 flags past their level 6, and 3 alliances going for the same level 7. You've got TPL with 2 flags past their fuck around and find out. That's exactly what that alliance is. I've seen you all before. I cannot remember where, but I know I've seen you before. 2 flags. NW4S hasn't built past theirs. Nope, they have started, but it is a slow build right now. Yep, they're just slow building. They're taking their time, and Road is doing the same. So it looks as if 2 alliances are pretty much sitting this one out, but otherwise I can't complain about how these islands are set up. So far you have 6 to 7 alliances in each island that are actively going to participate. So it'll be very interesting. And then the last one I have from the comment section is G174. It baffles me that there's that many. G174 is one of the ones way down here. Let's see if any of them made those early game mistakes. So it looks as if none of them... Oh, nope, here we are. There's that mistake. They built up, but they did not build over enough to reach the level 6. They needed it 1 spot over to the left, and they wouldn't have had to waste that extra flag. They would be building their 2nd flag past the level 6 right now if it wasn't for that, but it looks as if they're still building now. The Florist Friars, 1 flag past their 6 headed to the 7. E&E standing for Renegade? I'm sure there's a reason behind that. Deciding to build the flag there likely means that they're building up a farming patch. 28 minutes at 36%. Well, this is a lower region. I've got to remember that they don't have access to the same number of tier 5 troops. Are they rallying this yet? No, they are not. They do have a couple of players that would be capable of taking it with a rally if they had the reinforcements for it. But it looks as if there's a couple of solid alliances down here that will be working. It'll be interesting to see how things go from there. So if you would like me to check on different regions throughout the stream, or take a look at your region for the stream starting tomorrow, please let me know. I'm more than happy to go over any region, any island. This is an event for you all. I'm just streaming it for everyone's entertainment, because I know during the match, if you're paying attention to it, you're having to focus on your own fighting. Now you can go back and watch other people and enjoy their fights or try and learn from them, whatever the case may be. Man, I hate Water War. So, from here I will go back to G1, because if I know Boone and HNB, there's field fighting somewhere. Whether it be at Boone headquarters, Boone is kind of setting up there. HMB is not letting anyone get close, but oh, here's some stuff over here. Whiskey, why are you running from Sam? You two are... Yeah, you two are about even. Unless you're just trying to keep from... Oh, that's just mean. That poor guy. I'm sorry, Lola. Anyways. It's under construction. It does look like that, doesn't it? They're trying to make sure that Boone doesn't march across on them to slow them down, but at the same time, they're not going to expend too much of their power fighting in the field. Oh, by the way, I meant to bring this up. If you plan on spending in the game at all, waiting for days like this where you can buy gold for the gold mall is your best way to do it. Anytime that you can get gold is used in the same way that money is in the game. It's essentially buying a gift card for the game is the best way that I can explain it. Once you go into the gold mall, it'll tell you if you use PayPal, you can get a 20% bonus on your first purchase. These pop up about once every few weeks. They're a great way to refill your gold if you do gold monthly passes, which are the biggest bang for your buck as far as getting gold out of the game. And then you can go use that gold in game to buy diamonds. But think of it this way: $1 worth of diamonds. $1 worth of gold is about 250 diamonds. But if you're getting an additional 20% in gold, you're getting another 20 cents for free. Even more so if you buy the packs with them, the month-long or the week-long packs, and then any pack that you want to buy in the game can be bought with gold as opposed to cash. So keep that in mind. It's going on for the next 21 hours. It's only for today, and then it'll probably disappear for another 3 to 4 weeks. Personally, and I'm not going to do this on stream because none of you are getting my financial information. I'm broke. But I will likely be getting this privileges subscription. I'm just a little bit shy. Simply for this aid station bonus. I want to be able to get troops that die back daily. Just this 10% alone is insane. The fact that if I kill 1 million troops, for whatever reason, I'm going to get 100,000 of them back every day. I don't have to wait a full week or till the end of the event. That's going to be a big thing for whales. I imagine Boone, HMB, DHX are going to abuse that to an extreme. But thought I would let you know that I will be spending that on the game. Back to G1. Let's see. Nothing's going on at Boone. DHX, they're doing the same thing. They're establishing field control to make sure that HMB or Boone doesn't port in, ruin their ability to place the next tower. Man, Sam. All the way over here. And don't have that. Oh, who is our new friend? I hate this process. If I select this, if I just hit it, I have to dig in my friends list to find this person again. So, the friends list needs to have an organization based on last added as opposed to alphabetical. Wait, first, let me go ahead and add him. What do we got? Oh, hey, cool. Thank you. Oh, Envy's getting his ass handed to him because he's only got a couple of marches out. Look at that counter damage from Eddie. Oh, that was fully expected. If you went into G1 thinking they wouldn't be allied, yeah. I think I checked, was it 172 I looked at earlier? No, it was 174. I'll take a look at that in just a second once Envy dies, but I just want you all to notice that even at weaker numbers, because of Eddie's counter damage, he's doing a substantial amount of damage considering. I don't imagine the trades on that are going to be very bad. Yeah, Envy does know what he's doing. Oh, wow. And it's just Samuel in there, isn't it? Yeah, it's just Sam. No, DHX has some people over here. HMB is starting to port in. It's Old Pickle. And Hans, yeah, get the hell out of there. I don't know what you expected to be able to... Damn. Came on them quick. Rally Samuel. Rally him. Well, I've got a couple of minutes before that happens again, so I'll be back here in a second. I was just asked to check out Region 174. Okay, 174 was right after the jumps here from... Because I was asked... No, it was 172. 172 is the highest ranked of the other 200s. Let's take a look. Okay. Fucked has 3 flags past there. Level 6. Pond made a lot of mess right here. So we're learning. It's okay. We're learning. Good and Soar are sitting at their level 6. Are they building? Oh. Building down and slow. Okay. Building a farming section. Slow build here as well. You have DNTN. Oh, hey, it's New Lighthouse. I was curious where they ended up. Our old buddies from Region 6. 3 flags past level 6, and probably building the 4th. Nope, not yet. I love this tag. Oh man, that's gotta be one of the new ones that the newer regions get. That's sad. Yeah, and that's entirely intentional. The idea was to lock off certain regions based off of region age. It happens a couple of other times. I believe it happens once down here in the hundreds. No, okay. Here, I might just do... Yeah, it has, you have the 50s, a couple of 30s, 24 here at G5, which is their hand-picked right here. This is what I'm going, this is my assumption, so take this with a grain of salt. G1 through G5 are hand-picked. G1 and G2 are supposed to be some of the strongest alliances in the game. G3 is a mix, but they pull from the hundreds. And G4 and G5 pull from the 100s and 200s regions. That way, if there's any true whale alliances that are way down, they can try and pull them up into the higher Gs where they should be. But, obviously, they can't catch them all. This is not Pokemon. So here at 171, you have the lowest that they can go that's still technically deserving of the upper rank. At least as far as the algorithm is concerned. We know the algorithm makes mistakes. Once it shifts from G171 to G172, there is where it locks out regions above it to a certain extent, and then it starts categorizing by might separately than the ones above it. So if you had whole alliances move down to the 200s, this is probably where they ended up. So you might recognize some names down here. Lost, DNTN, see if I recognize any of the other ones. Nope, not any of these. DNTB. So yeah, at least that's my assumption on this. They wanted to create a separate bracket for the brand new regions. So you shouldn't see any of them higher than a certain number down here, and it looks like it's somewhere in the 235 range that they stop going any higher. Which makes sense because, let's take a look at 235 region age. They don't even have access to Lewis. They're not allowed to use him yet. At 74 days, no, Lewis, there was a couple of these that are at 90 days, if I remember correctly. I thought Lewis was one of those. Maybe they've changed that since. But yeah, the idea was to locking it by Federation age so that certain legendary heroes couldn't be used, and it wouldn't be fair to have too many of those lower regions that don't have access to like Thunder or Chun or the harder hitting or better defensive heroes to be up against like us. Doesn't make sense. So anyways, back to the fighting in G1. And I wholeheartedly remember Lewis being locked until day 90. And maybe they've changed that since. I've been in the game for over a year now, so I wouldn't be surprised. But if Lewis is available from day 1 now, Lewis is the strongest hero available to them. Okay. Oh, we got some more fighting. Yep. As much as I want to say that Adut can handle open field combat, she's just not as powerful as she needs to be. Samuel is definitely running 3 different infantry units there. And Adut was dying sooner than any of them. Rightfully so. She hits like a truck. Okay. Now, we are only 38 minutes into the stream, so if you all have anything you want me to see, anything you want... Oh, what's going on? I want to watch this. I'm going to watch Bianca's skill because I really want to see the AoE range. That is huge. I thought they would have at least nerfed it to the point where the AoE wouldn't be as big as Alex's or some of the others, but no. She can hit up to six people, including herself, in that massive ass circle. And you can already see she's Poofy Fudge, Hans, Jessica is probably running her as secondary somewhere in here. I can't see. If Samuel isn't running her, I'd be surprised. Now, Envy's making short work of DHX Save Me alongside of Master Pickle. Whiskey Dog is chasing people off. And that's what happens when you send a mass deploy and one of your marches is that much faster. You need to immediately redeploy and take out the weaker Bella. He's just pulling you back to Whiskey Dog and Master Pickle. Maya Lewis at this stage in the game. I don't see it. I don't see the allure to that. You're running a solid rider slash infantry main, but that Maya Lewis just does not have the damage output, in my opinion. That Lee is going to get eaten alive. Red Bull's coming over here to have a little bit of fun as well. You need to pick off the weaker units that are either dealing the most damage or buffing or debuffing the teams around you. The fact that this Lee up here in this corner hasn't been targeted yet is insane. Running Victor in the field. That's an interesting choice. It doesn't look like it's working. So, and that's understandable because Victor is a garrison commander, and his buffs aren't strong enough to really support using him on the field. They're great for garrisoning your shelter because you're forced to use mixed troops, but otherwise I don't see it. This Lee hasn't been hit yet. Safe means Lee is still alive. I do wonder if they have to play a little bit differently. Because if you think about it, way back they put a limit on the amount of troops that can attack a single target. Outside of Antpede or other like objectives or something like that. And I believe the limit is like 8 to 10. I believe 2 people can fully swarm a shelter by themselves, but if anyone else joins, it's wasted. Like, they aren't doing any damage, they aren't, none of their skills are activating, none of it. So I wonder if that becomes a problem in field combat, because if more than 10 people, which, let's face it, there's more than 10 people here, if they all hit the same target, is it all wasted? Because if you're not in combat, you're not gaining rage. If you're not gaining rage, none of your skills are going off, none of the fancy stuff is happening, and your attacks are being wasted. You might be getting hit, but you're not actually hitting anyone. So I'm wondering if they have to plan out what they're going to attack ahead of time. Like, if certain subsets, like if Envy and Kookster or whatever went after the weaker ranged units, and Bubby and Ollie the goalie went after weaker rider units, so on and so forth, just to try and prevent that problem. It'd be interesting to see if that becomes an issue. I'll have to ask Pickle later and see if that's a problem they've run into before. Like, see here? You see how they're evenly spaced around? There's only space for like 2 more. Samuel, sorry, he's got 5 circled around this single unit. So he would fit 3 to 5 more around this target, and nothing else would be hitting it. Which would be a big problem. What are we looking here? Ven moved again. Anyways, back to what I was doing. We've built donates only at 7,800. This is going to be a long time before we build another one. Reinforce, just to be on the safe side. That's me. Oh, also, make sure when you go to build a tower, there is a button. Actually, I can probably pull it up with this. There's a button that pops up when you go to garrison a building under construction. Click this check mark. For the love of God. There's no reason your troops should be dying walking back to your shelter after a tower's been built. Let them sit in there and you can pull them back when you're ready to pull them. Otherwise, you're going to have those marches that sit outside your tower and attack the weak building marches that you sent for easy kills. No reason your troops should be dying from building towers anymore. Great addition to the game. Please abuse it. Okay. H-Lun is definitely building far faster than us. They just started this build. H-Lun is 233. So they're one of the whale alliances from lower on down. Which makes sense. How are they power-wise? Yeah, their members have seen combat before, and that makes sense. They moved down here. You can tell by the commander ID about what region they came from. 154 still isn't in the 200 range. 136, definitely not. And their leader is actually from that region. Or close to it anyway. So the leader's from there, but some of their bigger members are... Oh, this is going to be a fun one. 243. Love the profile picture, by the way. Actually, I should probably check on that. Try and develop some way of countering that level of power. What does he actually have at his disposal? Good stuff. Went with the maxed out backpack first. I really wish I could read Russian, Ronan. Really wish. Here, I will Google Translate that crap. Let's do it. Chinese alliance, yes. It is a Chinese alliance. With a couple of non-Chinese people in there. Oh no, look. It's someone with soul. Yeah, for some reason it feels as if there's been a lot more Chinese, Korean, and Filipino alliances popping up recently. So I'm curious if there was some kind of marketing campaign that I missed about the game. You poured it in and you didn't come to territory. That's another mistake you shouldn't be making. If you get on the game and you join Island Raid and you take the time to click that button and come down here and enter the island, your first move should be to move on to territory. If you do not have a teleport to move on to territory, come down here to Isle Alliance, go to the store, and get one. Your alliance probably has them in the store somewhere. If you don't have a locator in order to move on to territory after you get into island, don't go to island yet. There's no reason that you should risk zeroing yourself, because it'll happen, just trying to get into island. Hopefully you've already prepped for that part, but silly little mistakes people make still. Let's see. How is everyone? Now, since still currently nothing going on here, and we know there's some fighting going on in G1, we'll go check it out again, and if they've finally stopped, which, nope, Safe Me is still out here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people, 8 people, and Safe Me is still over here. 9. Samuel's not moving. I'm really surprised he hasn't been rallied yet. I know he's got the troops in order to handle it, but it'd be cool to see, you know? Oh no, he changed his name back. It's not Old Pickle anymore. It's Master Pickle again. It's islandy. Is there any action going on over at DHX, or is DHX and Boone going to them? What is with this zigzag nonsense? Oh, we got something interesting. You're being rallied. Learn to type. Jesus. Yeah, we're getting there. Let's check out G2. I do wonder if BTW is going to go say hi to AOW at all, or to ROK. Let's see how that's going to play out. AOW is building. Okay. I don't trust you on that. Walker and Deathlock are out here. With AOW out of HMB's island chat, I imagine that's a lot of toxicity avoided. They just don't like each other. They really don't. Evil is staying home today. ROK is building another flag. Yep, they are. And it is a slow build because they are out of cement. HNT, looks like we may get a little bit of action out of HNT and BTW if they aren't allied together. I am curious if they are going to be allied or not, but it looks as if BTW definitely got there first, and they didn't build in a way to try and cut them off. They could have easily built the flag up here in this area to start building up, but they didn't. So they may not be worried about it. Olymp is a little bit slow this time. I was not expecting that. I expected them to be well on their way, but maybe there's something holding them back at this point? I don't know. H&T isn't being hounded by BTW. Evil is building, just slow. So, a unsatisfactory lack of action going on in G2. Kind of sad. Yeah, definitely kind of sad. I am curious how the polling went for the islands. Hold on, we got a new event. Fun colors. We have paired heroes dressed with similar colors. On a color wheel, we want you to choose your favorite. Silly events. Anyways. Where is it? Where's the dang island raid? Oh, guess the winner. As of right now, it appears that I'll just go through the list. Spec and Hot 9 are tied for last place in votes with 5. Minx is in 6th with 8 votes. Then you have RPG with 30 votes in 5th place. Sorry, did I say that already? Yeah. No, sorry. Cozy in 5th place with 10 votes. RPG with 30 votes in 4th place. Boone with 121 votes in third, DHX with 237 votes in second, and of course HMB with 878 votes for first place. I will definitely be curious to see if there's any rewards for that, or what the reward spread is going to be. Players predict correctly get 10 hours of speed ups, some battle manuals. So nothing fancy. Feel like it should be one of those things where if you've voted for the dark horse and they end up winning, you should get more, kind of thing. That may just be the gambler in me. Oh, okay, so it's not one of the new ones. Where did you all get that? Oh yeah, there's already plenty of fighting in G1. I was watching quite a bit of it, but it's primarily field fighting. Let's go take a look at it again. It's Samuel being ballsy, and a couple of DHX players wanting to come down here and say hi. Red Bull is still hanging around. But, yeah. Samuel has no problem coming out and fighting. He'll just click that gem button to create more troops. It does look as if his troops are wandering, though. I would have wiped out this Lee already, but he hasn't done that. Even at low troop numbers, that Lee is a percentage. That's a 30-35% debuff on all your troops, regardless if he has 1% or 100% of his troops left. There you go. That's why you should probably lead that march with Raigoro and not Lee. Hides him a lot better. Samuel is using Bianca alongside of Thunder. Smart, keeps her protected. Running Eddie with Robert, trying to make use of that HP debuff. Then you've got HMB using fairly standard but powerful marches in Julia Lewis, Catherine, Cynthia. Envy knows exactly what he's doing. Julia Lewis has been a surprisingly tanky ranged unit on the field. I was surprised to see it do as well as it did. Oh, well, hello, dick butt. I will say hi. I say hello to everyone. Samuel's at it again. Hello, Hilson. Stay out just long enough to get your skills off and then go back. Nope, you stopped just shy. No. Do you think we'll see some different garrison combos this time around from HMB or Boone, like Jacob Victor? I don't think they're going to stray too far from the ones that work. I definitely think we'll see a couple of instances of like Thunder Jacob and things like that, but Victor won't see a tower fight. I highly doubt Victor will see a tower fight simply because they have enough troops to run infantry indefinitely. Victor Lewis is a great combo on your own shelter because you're forced to use mixed troops in your own shelter unless you kick all of your cars and stuff out. So having a unit here, and I'll just go ahead and go over his skills to explain what I'm talking about, because I do have him. He increases, none of his squad buffs are limited to a particular troop type. They aren't as strong as troop-specific ones in other commanders. Like, this is a 37% buff here, which is not bad, but when you look at troop like Bella having 30% in a single troop type alongside of a 24% increase to damage, and increases to damage when reading only rider squads, those stats are technically better. But boosting only riders when you have hundreds of thousands of infantry in your shelter is not the best way to do it. Victor will likely lead shelter garrisons for quite a while because of this. And when squad contains 2 or more types of troops, that includes garrisons, increases squad attack by another 20%. And having a nice flat 17% reduction to skill damage is nice. Another HP buff to non-specific troop types, and dealing additional damage. Honestly, Victor has been the easiest to understand commander they've made in quite a while. There's always been nuance with some of the commanders, like still iffy about how when rage is more than 90% increases skill damage by 17% for 4 seconds. Why do you need that? Why do you need the when rage is more than 90% part? It's dumb. Just say skill damage increased by 17% for 4 seconds. Victor, just straightforward. Here's some stat buffs. Here's reduction in damage and some more stat buffs. Here's some more stat buffs and additional damage. That's it. What do we got here? What are we showing off? Yes, we know. They're still over here fighting. Looks like HMB is backing off a little bit. Oh, yeah, not going to let you make it to the tower. But doesn't matter. They already have the tower fairly full. Okay. Still no action over on Boone or DHX's side of the map, but it's not as if any of the things that DHX or Boone are doing are actually slowing HMB down in the slightest. This tower is completely full. It'll be done in 7 minutes, and as soon as they have the cement, they'll build the next one. Does not hurt them at all. Oh, I'll ask again. If any of you in the chat have islands that you would like me to check out while we're in lulls of combat, please let me know. I want to show off everyone's regions and get an idea of where the action is happening. Because, yeah, we can watch whales fight all day long, and that can be interesting. But to see the struggle of some of the younger alliances, the newer alliances, or just the ones that don't have as much experience is interesting. Well, you taunted him. Let's see. Back up. It doesn't look as if the taunting did anything. Oh. Victor honestly wouldn't be too bad because there's garrison specific stats that moving on something like Tom or Thunder as it's more useful in the field or in arena. Yeah, you're right. However, how many decent leader heroes are there? Me personally, I've only been using Jaden because I have leader equipment that I kind of want to use. Because he's the only non-infantry commander that I use in arena or in combat in general. So I will be giving my leader equipment to Victor once I get back up to 230 age. And from there I can hone the equipment to be specific to garrison abilities. Basic attack, counter damage, squad attack, skill damage. Won't matter what troops I'm running. Yes, it will. At least I hope they do. I'm honestly worried that they might be allied. BTW and ROK should be fighting probably here in a couple of hours as quickly as they build. Oh, why not? You have such a great island for fighting. Everybody's... Come on, Smoke Alt, you need to get into the fighting. I mean, you're up here right at the top. Come on. Go down, say hi. I'm sure they'll love to fight with you. This is exactly how we felt about the last island I was in. And, yeah, we saw H&B in our island. We're like, nope, we're good. We will see you all next month. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, Hilson. I appreciate that. Really trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber limit because it does unlock some stuff on YouTube, and I'm curious what I'll be able to do with it. Anyways. It's Bagheera. Damn. The gear isn't, the equipment isn't there, but the parts are. And the parts are mostly infantry focused. $11 million deaths in 335 million kills, so yeah. And you haven't had as much of an opportunity to kill a lot of tier 6 players yet, so it'll be interesting to see what you do. Oh, you're absolutely right. Free-to-play players will likely stick to Tom or Thunder, um, as opposed to using Victor. But considering I am an infantry main, and I will 100% forego any advancement on other commanders, like riders or ranged. I had no reason not to go for Victor. I'd gone I'd gone 6 full cycles of top commander without really participating. So when I saw Victor Bianca, I'm like, okay, I'll throw everything at it. Still only ended up in like 4th place, which was sad, but yeah, once I get back up to the 230s and I build him up a bit, I can feel comfortable leaving Victor behind on my shelter, and I can use my infantry commanders in the field. You know, in case shit hits the fan, which it tends to happen. Had to. Anyways. How are we doing on cement? We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Let's take a look at the... Oh, it's not the member rankings. We know how our kill rankings. There we go. ROK is... How are you fighting that much? Where did I miss all the fighting you were doing? Well, I gotta go find out. The fact that ROK already has that many points, but yeah, I don't see anyone stopping them. It's really weird. So unless they did all of their fighting really early on, I don't know. HMB. So it was likely that ROK fought BTW on... Oh, it's on their helipad? Did I miss it? If ROK went over to their helipad, that's insane. Yeah, just sitting outside. How? The sheer amount of spaces that are available on the map to teleport to. Because it might be a minute grid, like a very, very tiny grid, but it is still a grid. And the fact that a random teleport can put you on the territory line of your enemy is absolutely ridiculous to me. And you've got 2 really big players the president of the region and the marshal of the region over here, just sitting pretty much on their space. So yeah, sad that I missed that. So sad that I missed that. HMB DHX. Oh yeah, they used a ton of random ports. But even so, what are the odds of ending up on someone's territory? I watched the Sirius pop up in someone's territory last island. Like, he was in the middle of someone else's territory. Like, I didn't even know that was possible. I'll take the personal. Yep, these are the two players that were sitting down there on their line. Safe Me. Gotta give props to Safe Me. Samuel has been sitting on that HMB line for longer than Safe Me's been down there, and yet Safe Me doubled his points. LeBron fighting off ROK. Envy, fully expected that. Got a couple of fights from 1004. Nagy's going around killing people. Evil, even though Evil's not really participating in their island, he's going around and getting into some fights. A lot of solid points from people already. Even from some 200 regions too. H. If you all watched my video a few days ago about the sad events of Region 27, I am definitely glad to see H back in the game and doing fairly well for his region. I think D-Day got a solid matchmaking this time around, if I remember correctly. Where did D-Day end up? Yep, right down here in G8. If I remember correctly, not too bad. So, I'm glad to see H still back in this thing. TC begins again on Monday. Come on, we all know the order of operations. Monday through Sunday is TC with Dark Seal on the weekend. Then you've got Alliance League, another Top Commander, then Island Raid. It alternates. Those are 4 events. We know exactly what's happening when they're happening and should be preparing for them ahead of time. Actually, let me go ahead and start. And I will take this auto rally. Actually, I'll go ahead and pull you back. I'll auto rally with you all because I'm going to be less concerned about you getting hit by fast moving riders because you can't hurt me as much. We're an hour and a half into the stream and I'm not sounding like I'm dying for once. My cough is still here, but I don't feel as bad, which is great. Let's see. Yeah, you're going to tell me I can upgrade parts on skill damage, but without Robert, I'm not worrying about that. So much of me wants to just march over there with my speed team, just so I can outrun them. How you're not going to gain on them? I'm going to come up to this 5, this 6. Both of you head to that 5. You need to split off. Anyways, sorry, getting distracted by stupid chasing. Let's go. Samuel, still sitting there. No, Momo. Not the bird. And I love that the profile picture is oriented in a way that it's actually wearing the bird. Wearing the hat. That is hilarious. Okay. HMB is currently out of materials. DHX is not slow building. So they're going to get here at about the same time. Boone is not going to make it in time. I imagine DHX will probably meet around here, which will slow down HMB enough that Boone can catch up, likely coming from the bottom side. Boone will help in the field, billing flags to the backside of the 8 in order to fight on 2 fronts. That would be the smart play. Anyways, let's take a look and see if the ROK guys are fighting again. Nope, just sitting there. Are they fighting over at the ROK line as well, by chance? Nope. Nothing crazy going on. Just relax, Smoke Alt. You got put in a region. You got put in an island that you had no business being in, and it's okay not to participate in every island. It's okay. The whales are there to give us entertainment for each and every island raid, regardless of who they may be up against, because they don't mind spending thousands upon thousands of dollars to keep giving themselves troops. But everybody else, if you have to sit out for an island, sit out. Don't kill your growth. ROK's building another flag. Don't kill your growth trying to participate in every event. Because if you go to every Dark Seal and every island and try and push for Safane, where at, Jamal? Not really. No. I would be considered on the very low end of spenders. A lot of the stuff that I do have from the game. Oh, save me. A lot of the stuff that I do have from the game is primarily because I make content. Creating content for the game, depending on how good it is, gives me gems. I get some other stuff as well, but it's primarily for the gems. He did port away. I really want him to do something. But oh hey, Charmander evolved. I remember when Eastwood was just a Charmander. But I'll spend $5 here and there. There was a bit of time where I was buying daily boosts for a little bit, but it wasn't daily. Lately, I've been maybe $5 a week. Maybe. But no, a lot of what I get in gems is from creator tasks. Let me get... wonder if I have one from the last time I... No, that one... Nope, it doesn't look like I have the rewards I got from the last one. But here, I'll actually show you. Oh, I can't show you. I'm using the wrong view. On the Discord channel, they announce creator tasks. This one is the 20th one they've had. It's actually the longest running one they've had so far, and it's about 2 weeks long this time. Just participating, any video participation is 200 gems. Picture participation is 100 gems. If you get outstanding prizes based on quality, you can get up to 1,000 gems per video. That kind of thing. And this time around, they're making it a bigger deal to pull in new creators and have popularity prizes. I'm not winning any of those, but then again, I'm not making videos for popularity. I just want to enjoy the game, and I want other people to enjoy it. Anyways. But yeah, if G1 76 243. Got it. Oh, right in their hive. Where are we going? Oh, damn. Lucy, no! No! This is one of those instances where I would run Thunder Eddie over Thunder Lewis. But did you notice that only 10 of the marches that were around it were actually doing any damage? That's what I was talking about earlier. She managed to relocate directly into their territory and didn't immediately move out. But it did pull a lot of HMP members away from the end here, so maybe that was the goal. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't think she's coming out of that bubble. Not from Boone. She used to be with us in MOB a while back. Before we decided to immigrate to a new region, Lucy decided that she was going to join DHX because they, no language barrier. And she fully belongs in DHX. Even for her power, she's a solid fighter. She's not scared of fighting against these bigger whales. So, yeah. Happy she moved into a region that she can actually participate fairly well. Oh, she does. She has a smaller account, but even the smaller account's 100 million, I think. But it may not be in this island right now. But yeah, Lucy does run 2 solid accounts. This always happens. Every once in a while someone asks for buffs in the wrong chat. RPG is still building. So I wonder what they plan on doing if they're building directly down to HMB. Is this going to be a like 7v1 situation? Well, SPEC is... Why did you build like this? I'm sorry, did you need the flag path, the tower path here to be ribbed or something? I don't know. But Spec is building. You've got Hot 9 building. They may be going for that level 7 in order to get the first capture awards. They're together? Then why wouldn't they go towards the level 6 in order to stop Mink? Instead, they're coming straight down to HMB. Something seems off about that. I mean, I know RPG and HMB are historically allies. Just odd. That's all. I don't know how Cozy gets in there. How Cozy got into G1. 8.7 from Spec, but here Mink's at 9.9. Hot 9 is at 7.8. I don't know how that happened. I know Minx did really well in their last island, and I believe so did Spec, but so did Spec and Hot 9, but I don't know anything about Cozy. They're from Region 4. So they're right alongside Boone, but at the same time, I've seen Annie Oakley somewhere. Okay. Oh, I know you did. I paid attention. I know you did well last IR, and that's probably why you got ranked so high up here. Yeah. And that may be the case, so that Boone had more allies against HNB. They're just handpicking people that they know can work together. But to say that Cozy can work with Boone against HNB, anyways. Cozy needed to be down here in the region that we're in. Maybe a little bit higher. But that's it. Let's see. Got that one's going. I'll send to this one, and I will send my own. Nope. And because I want to be careful, okay. Oh, I don't know how I missed that. Thank you, Travis Arnold, for subscribing to the page, to the YouTube page. I appreciate that. Normally that pops up on my phone. Oh, yeah, I did. I just didn't. Oh, stupid silent mode. Go ahead and get these out of the way. Oh, you think they will? I know that was already somewhere. Yeah, they're moving around it. They may start a rally and then swarm him. Yeah, he's lacking in the parts department. They may try and take full advantage of that, and it looks as if they're preparing for it. Giving him the squad attack buff. Their scout. Nope. Yep. Look at it go. Eastwood is sending a rally. And it's an infantry one, too. You're going to watch probably Robert Eddy go to town. Oh, and he's got reinforcement in there too. Let's see how this goes. running Lewis? He's running Victor. Thunder Victor. Let's see how much skill damage that is popping off. That's solid. Envy's gonna hit it. Try and position that Bianca around, yeah, watch. Watch how many marches are actually going to take damage from this. A lot of whiskey dogs won't. One, two, three. Here, let's just count them together. We got the rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 10 is the total. 1 rally, 9 marches. Having the carry in there in order to reduce the healing. Roberts, Eddie sitting in there reducing HP. It's really putting a damper on Thunder's healing capabilities. He's already down to 95, but a lot of them are 46, so carries HP. Lewis was a bad choice there. I would switch to Eddie with that many people hitting you, because Lewis can only hit 5. And yes, the counter damage is great. But, and yes, the AoE skill damage is great. I think the counter damage works better. And they're switching out. All of these marches around it should be finding a way to separately reduce the capabilities of this Thunder. So, Carrie, Lee, Bianca, having additional Robert, Eddie in there won't hurt, considering they have a shorter time. Even hitting it with hitting it with a Thunder or a Tom to reduce its overall damage output. All good ideas. Great. My numbers were changing, and I did not like that. Like that it was doing that without my knowledge. But they are definitely going to hold out until he's dead. And look, the rally has come around to this side now. The trades from the rally are really good at this point. With Robert and Eddie working together, the HP debuff is near constant and coming from 2 different sources. Nom is giving attack debuffs. Tom is giving, Master Pickle is giving damage reduction. Carries on reducing healing. There should be a couple more of these. And we're going to watch this. I want to see this happen more often. Nope, it worked. If you have a couple of Julias sitting around it, look at it. See? Max skill gauge. Can't use it because Julia was silencing him. Honestly, I think Julia has been one of the better checks to Thunder that the game has made. And it wasn't even intended to be a check. Thunder's primary skill is healing, and if he can't heal, he can't do anything. He gets that skill off for 5 seconds. He's near impossible to kill. But Red Bull will have some really great points out of this. You know what? I should have done this. Oh my god, he was... That's 70 million power he's losing. I want this in the World Channel. I'm gonna have to clip this later. That's a new effect that keeps happening. What is this? Envy, I would have just kept it there. You march back faster when you die. Sven Bianca. Running... Oh, that's a type of rider. I was gonna say, are those cars? Down to 136 million might. Good lord. I think he's up quite a few kills this time. And instantly, 60 million might is back. Click of a button, everything's, all the lightly wounded, well, it's likely the lightly wounded that came back immediately, but still. 60 million might in troops returned on the spot. Let's take a look at the points rankings now. Red Bull is now up in 5th place after taking that rally and all of that damage. Kudos to Red Bull for that. I imagine... Oh, and he's back up to 204. What I wouldn't give for that amount of money to just drop in a mobile game and gain my entire power back. I have 80 million power. He just gained 3/4 of my total power now in 15 seconds. And he's still climbing. Just ridiculous. Think they'll rally him again? And his shield's down. No reason not to. And they're scouting him. Just the absolute. Have someone bigger do it this time. Focusing down a single unit. Yeah, he is ready for round 2. Why? Okay, I was gonna say. He healed everything he could and bought the rest. Down a troop. And Jessica's about to come over and finish off that fight. And it looks as if running Chun with Bianca. That's an interesting choice, considering Chun slows down Bianca's skill speed, but at the same time Bianca would speed up Chun. Maybe there's something behind that. I don't know. I mean, it's better for them to rally the shelters if they know they can win like that. To try and get gems out of the way. Ooh, imagine if they put that kind of limit during Island Raid. Limitations on buying troops or something like that. You can spend as much money as you want to set up for the fight beforehand, but during, can't do such and such. Whether it be coming in here and just clicking this little button to your heart's content, or limitations on... Actually, on that note, is there a limitation on aid station? Nope. It's freaking maxed out. Just nuts. Man. Cough is back. He's coming again. Look at him go. And he got another 2. Round 2 incoming. Yeah, I got it. Heal my full might. That's dumb. Toby, you send cars to that? And he's doing better this time around. I spent over a year on this damn account. Oh, no, he just canceled it. And he's got more power than when he started. I don't get it. It's absolute insanity. What was he at? 145 million kill points. Did he get any more off of that fight? No, okay. He didn't really get that much. The things I would do outside of this game with that amount of money. level 5 somewhere I can hit. Awesome. I'll hit that one. No. Can I please click the right buttons? Be very helpful. Thank you. How are we doing? 49. While they're contemplating what to do with Red Bull, let's see if there's been any connections made. HNT is not still building. So BTW has made it to the level 7. ROK they're going to be racing to that 8. NDPC is 2 flags away from that level 7. And they just started it, so that'll fill up. No, they are going to slow build it. Yeah, they're going to slow build this one. So they're out of cement for a while. Olymp is kind of just sitting there for a while. The ROK guys have left. There doesn't appear to be any fighting on this front. Does HNT still have some of their stronger members? Not the same ones I remember, but they do still have some of their powerful players. Okay, I've been at this for 2 hours now. We've got a little bit until 11 o'clock my time. Let's go take a look at some of these other islands. G3. Definitely solid building from CSWU and LAS. I'll be curious to see how they combat each other here. Lion is finally starting something, but it's very slow. They are taking their time, whatever it is they're planning on doing. You got a speed build going on from TK84 as well as WTO, but TK84 is over here trying to slow them down, and it's not going to do anything since the button is there now. No. No, thank you. Stupid Twitch ad. R137 is building, and they will... Here. We'll get to see how many people weren't paying attention to the new updates. We'll go ahead and watch this one out. Yeah, hit that ad with a hammer. "22 seconds. Let's see. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. built, and nobody was listening. Nobody. Look at them all. Yeah, Bernhan needs the banhammer. So there is stuff going on. G2, 292, 162. Where does this put us? Oh, shit. ROK over here causing problems. This is that one big guy again. Well, one of them. Comes out with a full set, and because there's so many people around here, and it doesn't look like it's just him. I think he had... I'm trying to see other names, but I thought I saw additional ROK players. No, I'm just seeing things. And these people are making you chase. Once you're out in the open, it's a lot easier to hit you. Everybody and their brothers come to get a piece of this. And rightfully so. I mean, there's one guy sitting out here by himself. It's the easiest way to take him out is just swarm everything he has as soon as it hits the field. Especially if he's not mass deploying every single time. The Doom Train. It's that new skin, Dewey. Come on. And he's letting his troops die. So he's just out here to try and get points, and he does not care about losing his troops. Yeah, they're not even letting him get too many troops out, but... Oh, there he did. That's a mass deploy. And he's trying to drag and drop instead of just double clicking. Once you have all 5 of your troops out, it's easiest to, instead of trying to drag them to a certain position, click one, hit retreat. Redo it. If you try to pull on top of your own shelter with this many people around, it just doesn't work right. No matter how much you try. Oh, hey, I could relocate here? No. Surprised no more of the ROK guys want to get a piece of this. They're not letting Bella survive at all. He's using Bella Sven in the open field, as opposed to like Bella Elena. I'm just taking a look at some of these matchups. Running a Jaden in this mess is gonna get you killed. A Dut pops out for a little while. Catherine is still... Some people... Oh, I'm surprised whales still use her. She's great early on. And I mean great early on. But once Bella and Elena and Sven come out, Catherine just doesn't do the damage. And she doesn't have the stat buffs to keep up. I was seeing if I could try and click on the shelter to see how many troops he's losing, but he doesn't really care. Yeah, he's... Wow. Just in the time between 2 clicks, it was 5 million troops. 5... yeah. Never mind. We're up to 7. Or 8, whatever. Oh. Where'd you come from? She starts off really good. Catherine starts off really good. I think she's the highest single target damage dealer that early in the game. But Bella gets consistent damage. Here's the... Catherine has 77 plus the 47. It increases to 100% chance on awakening. So that's what? 11, 12, 4? Yeah, which is higher than most other commanders. However, as soon as you get Bella, the increased damage taken by the enemy automatically trumps that. Automatically. That, and she deals more damage than Catherine and when she's awakened. So it's just, I don't know. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at G5. Zoom out, please. Syndicate, 210T. Not a lot of movement change here from earlier. 147 has another flag built. But nothing crazy going on in G5. And it's primarily due to Federation age. So we'll likely see more out of them in days 2 and 3. Let's go take a look at G1 one more time. Oh, I just awakened her in the last top commander. I was debating whether or not I wanted to put the rest into Robert or Adut, and since I wouldn't be able to use Robert for another 2 months, I thought it best to put it into Adut and managed to awaken her. So now I have Thunder, Rigoro, Adut, and Tom infantry commanders all awakened. If only I had the power to use them properly. Looks like we might get a little bit of action out here. Whiskey Dog won't hang around for too long, though. Yeah, he's going to back off of their territory because he doesn't want to be fighting on this for the next 3 minutes. Just came over here to... What do you mean next? There's already floating octopi. That octopus isn't a spaceship. I don't know what is. Let's see. You're still here? Samuel's sitting here like just a middle finger to HMB. He's like, you're not moving me. And Red Bull's just gonna spend until he's out of money. If that's a possibility. I don't know. Makes me wonder what these people do. Fortune 500 company owner sitting on his phone between meetings, killing people in Island Raid. Just crazy. Whoa, whiskey? You no! What did they do to you? Yep, Red Bull. Let's go take a look at that G2 fight again. See if ROK is still over there. Yeah, still out here. Not fighting anymore, but he's over here. Oh, this is a different. There's the other person. And they don't want to get involved with him sitting out here. Oh, baby LeBron. Probably spelled that wrong. Oh Lord, he coming. Only one of his marches has that troop skin. Didn't realize you could do it for just specific marches. So many BTW players just marching out. Look at them all. Well, they may not be floating, but they might as well be. You want to tell me that those limbs are actually dragging anything? They're just floating across the top. Anyways. So good to see a Raigoro lead. Raigoro leading a Martin is meh, but still a Raigoro lead. Here, I'll put this right here. Back over here so you can still watch. What kind of skins do you want to see in a zombie game? Octopus. What? You heard me. Octopus. Trades on that aren't terrible. No, freaking Callow. And that Tom won't make it. No, you broke him. starting to go ham, huh? I figured they would eventually. Especially with Whiskey Dog luring them back. Look at him go. Nope. Stupid inhaler. The fact that the words "titty missile" will now be in a YouTube video. Brilliant. Teddy boy, no! Ah, the true problem with infantry marches. They can run away from anything. You have to fully expect to lose that infantry march on the field. So many marches running away from, what, 4 people? Alekas, Master Pickle, Hans, and Poopy Fudge. Kookster's trying to catch up. Stet is kind of here. Oh, there's the rest of Stet. The train is coming. But at this point, DHX is just trying to get back to their own area. God, Dewey. Damn. Now I got that song stuck in my head. Nice. So much fun going on here. I'm gonna need to go to sleep eventually. Pretty much. And now HMB is going to try and pull them back to their territory, or at least further out in the open field that they could make the march reasonably. And honestly, if they could back them up to about right here, HMB has the advantage. Anywhere in this range, HMB has it, but back here, DHX will win that fight. Because they can just pull back and pull back, heal, and come back in quick enough. HMB just has the numbers. So close. One more flag and HMB touches it. You're giving them too much leeway, and here they all come. Look at them all turn. Run away! See, the dinosaur, I completely understand the dinosaur. That is just cool as hell. The giant mech suit robot, love that. Absolutely love it. Octopus, what? I don't understand the octopus. The drones seem small. If it was like a larger drone, I would understand. But it's a handful of drones doing cool flips and shit. The Doom train is just hilarious. And I'll reiterate again to any Final Fantasy VI fans who understand that joke. I want to suplex this because it looks like the train. Well, it's not the ghost train, but yeah, I want to suplex a train. Tank, perfect sense. Jessica walking around without a troop skin, completely odd. Don't understand it. Someone's got to lead the charge. Nope. Yeah. Will they go? Nope. Trying to catch Ollie out off guard. Here comes Eastwood, and go away, Danny. This is just interesting to watch. The back and forth motions. And bring him, and nope. And fight, and nope. See, the only thing I would do differently with Ollie's troops is only bring the infantry forward to do that. That way, if I'm walking away, you're still taking all of my counter damage. Screw you. But they're picking out his rider march whenever they can. I'm really surprised Boone hasn't come up there yet. Really surprised Boone hasn't come up there yet. Is Toby bringing an entire march to the Dead Ruins? Okay, silly. Mexican standoff. I'm not sure if Fine is in this one, because I haven't seen him either. Why are you bouncing around in the back? Yeah, I don't want to play. Here's the line. If HMB crosses the line, DHX can make it back to their cities and come back with enough troops that they'll end up with better trades. Any further this way, DHX can't do that, and HMB overwhelms them with numbers. This would be a good time for Red Bull to just come over here and smack them on the way home. But it's official. There's no way DHX builds 2 towers in the time it takes for HMB to build 1 more. They just don't. So HMB has technically reached the level 8 first. So it does make me wonder if using ROK's tactic they would have gotten there sooner. Just cutting straight down and across. I am curious about that. So I'll have to check on G2 before long. Let's go ahead and check that now. Map, battle overview, G2, view map. ROK is right there. You're just a couple of flags away. 2 flags away, and likely the reason they're further behind is because they don't have as... I don't think they have as many people. They're a little bit short. HNT has stopped building for the most part. BTW is still going, but they appear to be out of cement for right now. So ROK will reach the level 8 first, and it'll be a defensive battle. AOW just doesn't have the members. I imagine they'll be more invested in the fighting once they get where they're going. But we'll see. And G3. Come on. LAS and CSWU are close, and it looks like they are not friendly with each other. So there will be some fighting here in G3 before long. I may have to go ahead and get some sleep and then try and catch it in the morning. That's what I may have to do. So that's where we stand right now. G1 has DHX facing off against HNB right now. Boone is oddly absent from that fight despite the desire to work together. They are fighting again. So if you're interested in watching a little bit more of this altercation, I do feel like this is definitely in HMB's favor. Just from troop numbers. Just from troop numbers. I think this is just far enough away to benefit HMB. Then you've got G2 where ROK and BTW are still building towards their level 8, but it looks as if ROK is going to make it first. So we'll see how that plays out. G3, LAS, and CSWU will be fighting over the level 7 in this region. But otherwise, nothing major happening in that region right now. G4, we're just building. Nothing really happening right now. It'll probably end up being a lot of rallies and garrisons as opposed to field fighting in G4. And G5 just has a lot of newer regions that haven't had a lot of experience with these kind of events. We'll take one more look at the kill rankings to see how they're doing. ROK, BTW, HMB, DHX, and Boone round out the top 5 as expected. But the fact that ROK has gotten that many kills off of these two people alone is absolutely ridiculous. Currently, Red Bull is carrying Boone's points for the most part, and that's because of a massive rally he took. DHX doing great with field battling against HMB. Didn't get to catch what all happened here with Evil. I would expect either he took a massive rally or he did a lot of fighting early on. BTW doing very well against the 2 ROK invaders. Actually 3, because this was the one that was fighting just outside of their area a minute ago. But I imagine these scores will change drastically, and I would be extremely surprised if we did not see kills in the billions this time around, just because of how the matchmaking is going. This is going to be a great island raid, and I'm going to be happy to stream as much of it as I possibly can. Given my current condition, I will try and still stream for at least a couple hours a night. So please bear with me and my coughing and everything else. If you would like to see certain regions in the update tomorrow morning, please leave a comment on this video, reach out to me in Discord or in-game. No, click the right buttons. You can reach out to me through the commander ID there. Let me know what regions you want checked out come next stream, and I'll go over them before I start dealing with the content in my own stream. So with that being said, I think I'm going to cut this off for the night. I've been streaming for about 2.5 hours now, and I got work. I will try and wake up early tomorrow. There is no promises, and see what kind of updates there are for you there. But if you don't hear from me in the morning, expect me to be on again at 02 UTC on 10/19. With that, this is Mr. Brain, your friendly neighborhood gaming dad, signing off, and thank you for joining me this evening.